What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Study Hall here on TCGU University for the card game UniVersus. My name's Tam, and I'm joined by
James.
It's your boy, Jeff.
What Study Hall is for the unenrolled is we've taken a bunch of your guys' UniVersus topics as well as some of our own, and we sit down and discuss them for your amusement, entertainment, and knowledge. So with that said, a little bit of housekeeping before we jump into the show. Big shout out to Big shout outs. If you like the show, you can go out and support us by checking us out on Facebook.com, YouTube, and Patreon at TCG University. You can enroll at the Patreon. I just want to start this whole thing over. You can enroll at the Patreon for the month of January. We're closing out very soon. We have an exclusive t-shirt, the Class of 2020 t-shirt. So go out and subscribe there. Not only do you get the t-shirt, but you get the rest of all the other stuff. It would be greatly appreciated. We'd love to see as many people out there representing the school, have that school spirit as possible. Last thing, product-wise, we are now available on iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, and any other podcast service that you can think of. If we're not on that service, please let us know, and we'll do our best to get out there. And if you can, please give us a 5-star review. Word of mouth is the best way to grow something like this, and iTunes strives off of 5-star reviews. So if you have not gone out and 5-starred our podcast, please do so. You get not only this podcast, but you get every podcast that we do here on the channel.
Please Yelp review us.
Please. Please. Our junior level sponsors out on Patreon get a big shout out on the show. So Clay Cardwell, Jay Rogers, Jared Hubbard, Jerome Weeks Jr., Justin Farce, Kat Maria, Kevin Broberg, Lucida Lucetia, Samantha Stevens, Teodoro Ruiz. I've been practicing.
It's pretty shameful. You have to sit like staring at a mirror. Teodoro Ruiz.
And Tyler Zane Pease. Thank you for being a junior sponsor or higher. We got Cards Custom Build, Ink Gaming, and our own TCGU bookstore as our sponsors, but we'll talk about them later. Fellas, how's your week in UniVersus been? Nice and quick.
I made some cool decks. They did some cool things and lost some games.
I loved it. That was so fast. That was so quick.
That's what you wanted.
Oh, I guess.
You said fast and quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm scared now. No, I've been scrubbing but enjoying.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll get there.
Stepping
I'll
stones.
figure it out.
They're all stepping stones.
You roast me for mine, but don't roast him for I've been scrubbing.
Well, I mean that's like something to say, right?
I said I built
all
cool.
Let's jump ahead of it. Hold on. I got called out for being mean to James on the podcast, and I would like to officially say,
No,
James, I apologize if I came off as
I don't
mean
want
or
it.
rude.
You started the podcast being mean to me again.
The person in the person in the comments said, "quote The guy in the middle seems like an asshole."
It's because the guy in the middle is an asshole.
So a little, yeah, but I would like to apologize if any of the things that I said, any of the controversial opinions that we shared together, if that upset you at all, I apologize.
The problem was we didn't share opinions.
What?
The problem is we didn't share the same opinions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is if there was anything that like we didn't click on and you felt offense to it, I'd like to apologize. I re-listened to the episode and I did come off a little harsh, and I just want to say right here on the show, I'm sorry.
I'm not accepting that apology.
Well, that's all you can get. I can't make you accept your apology. God, what a dumb fucking asshole you are. Idiot. I love you, James.
You just started the podcast and I gave you exactly what you wanted. You said, nah, fuck you. Jeff, give me yours. Even shorter, I love it.
Okay, look, we can go back. Sorry, Jeff, we'll have to cut you off.
Oh, that's all right.
James, tell me about the decks that you made. They did some stuff, and then
you said stopped. Make it short and quick, and I went, I made some cool decks.
I'm asking you.
They did cool things.
All right, let's dig a little deeper. Let's unpack this a little bit.
I built a cool Chun-Li deck.
Yeah.
That played Covert Intent and Dragon Zodiac.
You'll see that on our Campus Championship this week. You will.
And I built a cool Tim Keefe 3-die deck that played no attacks with more damage than 3. Wow,
that's really interesting. You can see that on the Campus Championship. Deck list will be out available later this week. And how'd that make you feel?
How'd it make me feel?
Yeah. Let's really unpack this.
I built cool decks.
Wow. Did it bring a smile to your face? On this chart of emotions, how did you feel? Are you the happy face?
I'm always the happy face.
Are you the questioning face?
You're the brimming with red face. How angry would you say you feel right now?
You said you're scrubbing out, but still enjoying it.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Let's unpack that a little bit.
I don't know if we have to. That's all right. I don't know. I enjoy making the decks. It would just it's really fun to play them, but it'd be even more fun to play them more than twice.
Oh, for sure.
So that's the only thing.
For sure.
Camping Championship doesn't really give us all that time, so.
What? No, like literally 2 games. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
No,
like the
I
Camping Championship doesn't.
I could at
always give
least
us
play
that.
like 3 games. You know?
Yeah, let's make another
4 games.
Let's make another side of the bracket.
No, I'm talking per deck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The minimum is 4 games. That'd be cool, but I mean, we'll get there. Maybe. Probably.
Just build some lame decks that win.
What? But then you're not innovating. You're not.
Telling me. Then all you do is make Tam salty.
Guys, I played Dr. Wily again, and I gotta say, it was a blast. It was so. Are you saying, Danny? Are you saying internet on our end is bad, or the internet on your end is bad? I need to know that as we are live. If you want to join the chat live, patreon.com/TCGU University. It's $1. Show goes up live on Sundays, normally after 6:00. We'll see you there. So,
Won't affect it.
so my question is
there not a thing that tells you? Because like, the old OBS told us.
yeah, it like
That's the issue. Is just like,
when I look here, this is terrible.
that one was
podcasting.
fucking with us the entire
This
time.
says
so-
internet connection is good. It looks like it's fine. Anywho,
It does.
back to the topic. I'm playing Dr. Wily. I'm having a fucking blast.
How's that make you feel?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great to the point where like I think if Dr. Wily had 2 more printed cards that were relevant to his kit, honestly, if he had an ally with a high
Like-
block,
If
And he
only
had-
one of his attacks wasn't just the only attack you could play from his sport.
right, and he had something on board that could under the death symbol that could get rid of Tagoro Brothers. I think the deck actually works out incredibly well. Like the biggest issue that I had that entire campus championship was
Right.
mine. My fortress would get blown up, and I'm so heavy reliant on that asset more than any other deck in the entire game.
Yeah.
And so, like that.
I mean, my deck was heavily reliant on my asset too. The deck I played this week.
Yeah, but like yours that wasn't like your engine. Your deck still worked without it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And it also was like not the most obvious target. Like I put out a Skull Fortress and you're like, get rid of that thing.
Yeah.
But with that said, like there's plenty of stuff inside of Dr. Wily that's like really, really interesting. Really, really cool. I made this fun Liu Kang deck that I thought was like really well built. My issue was I didn't have a good kill condition. I think so. Like here's my issues with the campus championships, and here's like the reason I think I keep getting upset is because I know I'm damn good at this game. And I'm so handsome and humble. I think like
He's one of those things.
yeah.
You guys decide which one.
Let us know in the comments down below. 1, 2, or 3. Let me see some ones in the chat.
So you just want to be good at this game?
Yeah,
Not
of course.
handsome, not
Who
humble?
cares about vanity? Who cares about humility, huh? Who cares? Let's fucking beat nerd's ass. I'm really good at looking at 60 cards and making those 60 cards better. I'm not so good at picking 60 cards
first.
Yeah, I'm not good at that. And so like I look at the Liu Kang list that I built and like I've played it twice in this tournament, and now I know that I like
What you want to change?
what I want to change, and I bet that I would not get the result that it got. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody who wants to listen to the campus championship and maybe live. Fair enough. But yeah, I think if I want to do better when it comes to the campus championship, if that is something that I wish to do, I need to make the decks a little before and then test them just a smidge, as opposed to making the deck as version 1.0 and then instantly going and playing, because that's not how I get better at the game. This Jetta deck that you're talking about in the pre-show is not Jetta version 1. It's not even Jetta version 8. It's not Asimov Katarina 67 or 69 or 84.
I think we're in the 90s right now.
Jesus Christ. But like it's something.
Hey, they got really good from this last set.
They did. Are you guys want to jump on to the main topic?
Yeah, sure.
Yo.
So the topic, no?
I said yo.
Oh. I was like,
Yow.
No, I don't.
No, we're gonna sit right here on this one. We're gonna continue talking about your vanity tale.
All right, so for the main topic of the show, the TAS,
Is that the only topic?
I actually think
Or
we
he's gonna work
can
out
make some really, really solid conversation going about this. We know nothing about the year 2020.
Nothing at all. We have 6 dates for DLC. That's it.
Correct. We know
the-
DLC. We know
The
that
date for Worlds.
the date for Worlds, which is the Worlds for UniVersus. It is the last, UFS Worlds, not UniVersus. It is the last UFS Worlds. After that, UFS will no longer be a card game by itself. Then the card game UniVersus will take over. We know that the
Hashtag rip.
idea of regionals exists, but we don't know what those are, so on and so forth. Like we've gotten like these words, these things, but no expansion. Hey, the tournament. There's going to be a tournament for the Sensei program. We don't know what any details are. We don't know what any of that looks like. We know like a bunch of little things that it's easy to push out of your brain just because they're not in the forefront and we don't have the details. So what I have decided to do is I have tasked my other two castmates with coming up with a top with a 5-point prediction list. If you've got more, that's fine. I want you to pick your top 5, your favorite 5, and I want to sit down and I want to discuss like the likelihood of it happening. Okay, so I want to go ahead and just. Let's start with Jeff. Jeff, what's one thing that you think is going to happen? Just to like really make sure that everybody's super clear. We don't know anything, even if
Not
we have
a single dime.
Yeah, if we have talked to somebody on Jasco, we have not put this on the prediction list. So please, like,
Unless.
we are friends with the people at Jasco. We are not playing inside baseball. We promise.
You touched on it just a little bit, so I'll start with this one.
Yeah, for sure.
There will be a new type of event this year.
So you think regionals are for sure going to happen?
Something is that what it was called?
I believe that's the word it was called, and if it's not, that's what we are going to call it for the rest of the podcast, just so that all three of us stay on the same page.
I think they were just like MHA regionals, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're just My Hero exclusive regionals.
that might. I don't remember that, but I'm down for that.
That's what
I'd
I
actually be
believe-
super down.
That's what I believe they were, because I don't think they're changing the PTC format. I think PTCs
No,
are still.
PTCs will still be there.
I think
For
they're
sure.
supposed to exist, and then it's going to be My Hero exclusive regionals, where like it's the My Hero format.
But okay, so question:
Okay,
why can't it just be a My Hero PTC?
because they want to make it different.
Yeah,
Right? So I'm down. It's fine.
Yeah.
My Hero regionals is fine, but I think
It's-
that it's just going to be a next.
It's 'cause they don't want-
It's going to be between a PTC and between a national.
Do you know what a PTC stands for? The letters PTC.
Pro Tour Circuit.
Correct. And so it's just a different idea on what's going on.
Yeah.
I think it's more of like to separate, making sure that the formats are different. That way, we don't have like people who want to play standard show up to the My Hero exclusive regional. And
Man,
that way,
I hope it's not that.
I hope that's the only reason, and not just. Yeah, we just wanted to call it something different.
I actually think it is going to be to call it something different, and I think it might just be hey, we need to call it something so vastly different, the PTC regional, even though the rule set could even be the same, right? Or maybe at the regional we get rid of diversity or something like it's like, hey, it's the exact same game except for this one major thing. All right, go ahead. I think that would be.
Like for a My Hero exclusive like format,
Mm-hmm.
I'm down for there being no diversity, because like you're starting from 0, so that means you get the number of characters you have is limited to what comes in that set.
Correct.
Which means no diversity would be actually just fine.
Yeah.
That sounds sick, actually.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah. I'm gonna go just because it kind of dovetails on that off of that.
Cool.
In order to go to nationals, you will have to qualify some way at an event.
An event?
At an event. Whether it is you have to go and win a PTC, whether it is you have to go
It'll probably top.
top a PTC, it is not going to be anybody can get in all hooblad.
So
You better go top something.
This
Whether
would be the last year you get in for free.
last year get in for free. Thoughts? Is it likely?
I'm fine with it because
I'm not asking are you fine with it. Is it going to happen? Jasco doesn't give a shit of what you think,
Seems
James.
like a hella cash grab. So yeah, I believe it.
Dang. Dang.
Hey, we're gonna get to my list. My list is
Dang.
not happy for Jasco right now. Don't worry.
All right.
My list is not super happy on Jasco's side right now.
I don't know. Like, instantly it hits me. I'm like, oh, that's too insane. But like, there's like such
Most
this
card
year.
games do it.
This year is such a big change that like anything could really happen.
Did I spell that right?
And you got to remember, like they're bringing, like if for that to be a possibility as well, they brought in an entire team from the Dragon Ball card game to like help run their card game, and like.
Do you know how their
I heard the
organized play
reception.
works?
I heard the reception for that is not very good.
But do you know how their organized play works?
Oh yeah, trust me, I tell.
Well, would you let us know since I don't
expand.
know?
Well, he knows.
I don't.
Oh,
Not off the top of my head.
Do you have to qualify?
for their event, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I don't know
No.
specifically. So
He doesn't
well,
know.
He doesn't know.
I haven't played like the last year, like actual like professionally, but like the year before,
Pardon us. We didn't realize
Well,
we
like,
were in the presence of a
ARG
professional.
ran the events before. ARG ran the events before, like most recently, like this last year and a half, 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And like you had to like go to like your local events or like your local big events, regionals or PTCs.
Yeah.
And if you got within the top spots, you were given a slip that was your ticket into their big events.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did
I
they
have-
call it the World Martial Arts Tournament?
No.
Because if they didn't, they fucked up.
I have one in my room right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I didn't go to the event.
Wow. What a professional. Okay. Yeah, but like, I can totally see Jasco putting a gate on it, and here's why. Here's why. If you give somebody something for free, if you give somebody something for free, its value is zero. If you have to do something to get it, even if it's $1, right? That thing is worth $1. So this tournament being free, I'll get to the full thing. We would host seminars at my martial arts studio, and it would be a free women's self-defense seminar. Come and learn how to protect yourself. And we'd have 3 people show up. We made that exact same seminar, teaching the exact same thing, $5, and to bring a friend, we'd have 30 people. People want there to be value on something. And so going and saying that the value is you have to be at this high of a caliber, I think it could happen.
It also saves Jasco money.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like they don't have to pay for all those badges for all the people to get into the events for like level up like they are this year.
Mm-hmm.
For everybody that makes it to level up this year, that you get into the entire con
Yeah.
for the entire weekend
Yeah.
for free,
Yeah,
just for coming to play.
for sure.
You can come, you could just sign up and then drop out round 1 and still have your entire weekend pass.
Yep. Just like, well, now I'm going now.
2, it means there's less.
That's what Samantha Stevens is going to do. We're going to come in, give a deck list, not
shout
have
out-
any cards,
shout
just
out
write a deck
Samantha
list.
Shout outs to
Stevens.
the audience right now.
Yeah.
2, it makes it to where Jasco doesn't have to bring as much prize support every single round for the big tournaments.
Yeah.
Because like they're invite only. You have a set amount of people that are going to show up at max because you have it on record.
But like,
How many people are able to show up to this event?
yeah. But I think the big thing is I would love to see our events be as big as they are now, if not bigger, and still be exclusive, right? We look at the game that have you ever gone to a Yu-Gi-Oh! Nationals?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever gone to
Nationals? No.
You ever gone to Yu-Gi-Oh! Nationals?
I've seen a lot
At
of
Nationals, you had to have topped a regional, and there were like what 2,000, 3,000 people there. Sounds great. And there's even more that just go to do outside trading and selling and a bunch of extra stuff, right? So like, could you like every time that I just like I want all the blood to rush from my head to somewhere else, I just sit down and I think about just like going to Yu-Gi-Oh! Nationals and replacing every Yu-Gi-Oh! Card with a UFS card. And I'm just like, get
and
lightheaded.
calling the judge and making your way straight to tops.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Judge illegal cards.
Yeah. Oh, what got me. Yep.
that was the joke in my head.
But no, it's like getting that big.
Yeah.
Which what's one of your predictions?
There's gonna be 2 MHA sets this year. I think there's gonna be one at the beginning of the year and the end of the year.
That's what I had. I had 2 MHA sets.
Yep, and the first one's gonna be late.
The first one's going to be late?
Yep,
That's the prediction right now?
that was the two-parter. Is we're having two sets. The first one and the second one. Beginning of the year, end of the year. That first one's going to be late.
Dang.
It also brings into like my sixth one down here.
Dang. What do you think on the My Hero sets?
I can see it.
Right in your microphone one more time.
I can see it.
Do you think that 2 sets for sure? Like I don't see there's a way that we don't do 2 sets of My Hero
Especially
Academia.
when they're trying to do like a My Hero exclusive format throughout the year. That's the way I see it. It's just like they're heavily putting a lot of thought and money. Probably there's a lot of money coming from like Funimation and everything
for sure.
for this in general. But like they're putting a lot of effort into this My Hero exclusive format for there only to be one set and for nothing to come out for like an entire year again.
Yeah.
I think there needs to be 2 sets this year for that to like function properly.
I think
I wouldn't even have a problem if it was back to back.
I think it's going to be 2 sets and at least 1 DLC.
I think back into the year is going to be a DLC.
For sure. Like we only have the first half.
That is true.
I don't think they're going to slip though.
You don't think so?
No.
It's looking real rough this year so far for me, in my opinion. For Costco.
I think the thing is, Jeff, you go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm going to jump all over the place.
Man, I don't even remember what I was going to say.
So I think
gotcha.
got me.
Got him.
I mean, I think that like it makes sense. I think that if the first set is big enough, though, you don't really need it.
Oh yeah, it will depend on how big that set is, especially for like how big they're wanting this to be for the My Hero exclusive format.
So my thing about like it has to have 2 sets is if we do have My Hero exclusive regionals, like we've already predicted is going to happen in 2020, we got to have a fairly okay card pool.
Which is why I'm okay with diversity without diversity too. Because
Yeah.
like that
But
card
are
pool
you
is
not-
going to be small.
You're not afraid of the burnout, like. I mean, I guess there's like there's quite a lot to pull from. So
Yeah, for
But-
sure. And at the same time, like if
but
we
if they
want,
want this thing to exist for like, I don't know how long their agreement is, but like, if they want it to exist, then they can't like overproduce it.
Man,
I mean, I guess at the beginning it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
when you look at Dragon Ball, right? When you look at Dragon Ball Super, the card game, they've got. I thought that card game was going to die out. Sorry, die is not like the right word. It was going to burn out because like they were just burning through arcs. Like every set had like 3 different arcs in it, and they were burning and burning and burning. And then they had a era type on the bottom of the card called like special, and it was like, hey, we're Bandai. Bandai made it, right?
Yeah.
And we made up this lore. Here you go. Here's Super Saiyan 3 Raditz. He's printed on a card now. That never happened in canon. That never happened anywhere. That didn't happen in GT. That's not. Hey, Super Saiyan 4 Nappa or Super Saiyan 3 Nappa. Here he is. He's got a big beard instead of big long hair because he's a bald guy. Whoa. And so it's super possible that Jasco mixed with Funimation, if My Hero takes off, Funimation's just like, yeah, we'll pay some people just to, hey, we're Jasco. Can we have Bakugo fight a Nomu on this card? Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, we'll write it up. Here's
Funimation gets the option.
Here's a Nomu attack. What?
I don't think Funimation gets the option to say that.
Well, I mean, whoever they're working with, we can figure out how to get more.
Funimation doesn't get the option to say what they do with My Hero.
Well, why not?
Because Funimation owns the rights to use My Hero for things,
Yeah.
not create My Hero.
Well,
My Hero still has to be created by the creator. That's the issue you run into.
I'm sure they can figure something out.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely
Because
sure
like, if this didn't work, then why does Dragon Ball Z get away with it?
because Bandai makes their own card game.
Right?
Jasco doesn't own My Hero.
What do you?
Jasco doesn't own My Hero.
Yeah, but Bandai
owns Dragon Ball. Wait, no.
the Dragon Ball the entire.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Bring it back in. Are you
Bring it back in.
Are you sure?
Are you sure about that?
But that's what I'm saying. Is it's super possible to make some. Hey, let's have Deku's arm here versus here. All right, 2 separate cards. Like that could happen. They do totally different things, totally different symbols. That sounds fun. Jeff, what's your next prediction?
I'm gonna curtail off that a little bit. So we're expecting this like Would you say we're expecting this huge influx of people?
Absolutely.
This insurgent.
I think it's going to be way less than what you think it might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Expand upon that.
Yes, My Hero is definitely going to bring in a lot of people, but it's still so hard to compete with like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon and Magic and any other game that might not be as popular but more intriguing to that person. So like I think that it'll be a pull for some people but not a good enough pull.
Fair. What's your thoughts on a boom but not a boom?
I can see it. The issue with it in general is there's no dedicated card game to My Hero.
Yes.
If
Correct.
it was a dedicated My Hero card game, there'd be a chance for like that giant growth. I think because there's not, I think we're gonna have that giant influx as the giant growth, and it's just gonna tweedle out.
I think like one of the big things that are going to happen when it comes to the My Hero set is that, and I'll just jump on. This is one of my spicy predictions. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
A famous other card game player wins/tops an event this year. So somebody who is famous in Magic, Pokemon, Hearthstone, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball, somebody who's famous in their community is going to see that there is a My Hero card game, talk to their sponsor, their store, come over and come and win something. Whether it be, I could totally see our next national champion being a Patrick Hoban, our next national champion being a huge Magic player.
Peter Katani.
Sure, and so like that's where our secondary wave of big boom of very competitive players are going to be. The casual market for My Hero is going to be eaten up. The casual players are going to be freaking huge. I think My Hero is going to snatch every casual player possible. If you go to any anime convention, everybody and their grandma is dressed up as a My Hero character. Like everybody. But to play really, really competitive card games, I think you're going to have to find some weebs from other card games and then bring them over. You see how big Dragon Ball is, right? And that is purely based on the IP, and the card game is good. UFS is a good card game, and the IP is strong. Now with My Hero. Yeah. So I think to get other big players in to make our secondary wave boom happen, it is going to be a big non-UFS kid. I do not feel the Jeremy Rays, the Phil Birches, the Mark Tyners, the Jacob Johnsons, the James Stevens of like jumping in. I'm a well-known person in UniVersus in UFS. That's not what's going to make it grow. It's going to be a different card game when we go steal them from another place. Yeah, that was my second prediction.
My second one is that all the MHA events are going to have better price support than all of our PTC's regionals. Not regionals, because regionals are the MHA events right now for us in our conversation. PTC's, nationals, and worlds. I think all that price support is going to be way better than anything Jessica's going to.
When you mean better, do you mean just like cost effectively better?
Just better.
Okay.
So, like, the price support this year was lacking because Jason didn't want to spend as much money as he did the year before.
Is it possible because he was saving up to buy My Hero? We'll find out.
Maybe. Who knows?
Who knows?
From what I heard, it was just he spent too much money and wasn't really seeing growth like the way he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, appreciation from the players as much as he thought he was going to get.
I totally get it.
So then he cut it.
I totally get it.
But I just...
Hey, Jason, we appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Without you, we don't have a podcast.
Yes.
Check out our Magic pod. Just kidding. No, it's I can totally see the My Hero kids getting. I don't want to say, man. This is not me. Let's get back out of the fantasy of this is not what I want. This is what I think will happen. That's so hard for me. Yeah, I could see it. As sad as it is, you go where the business is. And if My Hero brings in 3 times as much as Yu Yu Hakusho, there's no reason to print a bunch of Yu Yu Hakusho. Yep. If there is no reason to like to print all these big extra cards if My Hero is the golden cow, the golden goose.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Well, I mean, you hate that it could happen.
Yeah.
You hate that you think it will happen.
Man,
You don't hate it yet. It doesn't exist yet.
I can hate it right now.
Hate it. I feel you.
I can hate it for the same reason you said you had to bring yourself out of your wishing world.
Yeah. In the wishing world, I think it's just different support. I don't want to be giving away cardboard for a My Hero event.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah.
It's not gonna have the same prestige.
Yeah. I think
you don't want to earn cardboard
for My Hero? No.
But you could be like a My Hero animated.
If it was a My Hero exclusive, like a format exclusive card, I'd be fine with that.
I'm not into it. I don't want to win any cardboard for My Hero
you could
sets.
have like Deku in your photo with you.
I get it,
dude.
Can we just do tokens
Like,
then?
I would
like.
Can we just do
you
like
could be
the
like
Yu-Gi-Oh
hugging
tokens?
All Might?
So I would actually be on the beach training with All Might. That's what it would be.
Yeah.
Straight up.
What? That sounds like a sweet card.
It does sound like a sweet card.
He's gonna take
You
Midoriya's spot.
You can't do
Yeah,
that.
right.
You can't do that.
Right.
You
Can
can't
you
do that
get
in
like
UniVersus.
can you get like a flashback thing? Can you get your own like flashback scene that they create, like just a clip where you take all of the spots Midoriya's in as he grew with All Might?
It seems like really hard to fit on one card, but yeah, man, we'll do it in our make-believe
No,
world.
you said you don't want cardboard, so they make a video.
Oh yeah. Let's get Jessica's video production team. That's what a good price.
I mean, it'd be sick.
No, but I don't want cardboard for My Hero just because I don't want I don't want non-canon stuff existing in that game, if that makes sense. Like if Funimation is going to make up canon, that's fine, but I don't want to influence that world, that lore, if that makes sense. Like painting myself as a student of UA sounds neat, but it's not.
Why couldn't you? Like there's
better be
definitely
like
no
manga.
way
I
that
get-
we'd ever meet every student of that school.
I get that you could. I get that you could.
Cameron Cardwell goes to that school for sure.
You can't prove us wrong.
It is a weird name, that's for sure. No, but I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that, like,
Oh, I'm not like arguing. I'm just
I'm
just curious, like
it's
trying to dig into this. Like
so like that's where I want the separation. Once again, we're in the world, not the what I think's gonna happen. What I think's gonna happen? Yeah, of course we're getting cardboard. Like it's the easiest thing Jasco can do. It's like the thing that they do that nobody else does. Asterisks. I think that you have a big issue with. United Kingdom has US stuff. A dude named Danny. Yeah, I totally agree. Like the thing is but that's a
I mean, Fiddlesticks also has P5. So
it's a UniVersus card as opposed to an MA card. I don't want the MA events to give cardboard. I want the UniVersus cards to give cardboard. So if in UniVersus, if you go and win the UniVersus World Championship and you want your card to be dressed up like a UA student, do it. I'm down. That's all I'm saying. Is I don't want the tournament for I don't want the My Hero Academia Nationals to win cardboard. But that could be its own topic. Jeff, what's your next one?
I'm gonna save that one for last.
Okay.
So, all right, these next two from me are gonna be like a little more obvious ones, but still wanted to make these predictions. My Hero specifically for the combined format, the UniVersus format, is gonna like attempt to like reset the power levels.
And then not?
I don't know if it can. I don't know because like maybe the sets that we have are too powerful. So I mean eventually it'll reset it, but like
So you think that they're just going to be weaker cards?
yeah. I think for
that's
your
sort of what one of mine was too.
I actually don't think that's true. Do you think the new DLC cards are weaker than the whatever stuff? Just looking at their face, understanding that I totally get that there's not nearly enough support inside those DLC packs. I agree with you. They're not worth any sort of money. I'm not being an asshole. Do you think the card text
totally not being an ass?
Do you think the card text on those cards is weaker than Yu Yu Hakusho or Soul Calibur that just got printed?
No, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about My Hero. Because it's starting its own
He thinks that they're going to specifically try to do it, not just that.
because it's starting its own I can't even think of the word.
Format?
Yes. Yeah.
block.
No, format. Format was what but also block.
I think
but
block's a good one.
but mostly I meant format, so yeah.
I put MHA will either be a trash set like Street Fighter, or more of an overpowered set like Cowboy Bebop. I think there's no in between. I think they're going to try and do something new with it, and it's just going to just influx the entire power of the set. Or they're going to try and hold things back, and they do it just a little too much, and ends up like Street Fighter, where every character is a little more like Midoriya.
Yeah. Do I see that happening? No, I think the design team is actually doing very good stuff over
I hope
there
they do.
currently.
The
think
design team never gets last word, so
I get it. They should, but I get
they
it.
definitely should.
I just think that the design team is doing a good job of designing these new characters, these new cards, and there's no reason for them to do that because everything that's been printed on these new UniVersus cards has been simple and straightforward, but effective. It has been relevant text on simple cards, right? It is like when we look at what is the name of the card? It is the Seongmina card. I will see if I can get it pulled up here.
Marrying Age?
Yes, Marrying Age, where that card is like unbelievably complicated for almost no reason.
Yeah.
Like I get that it was an old printed card, but like that card does 1,000 things and it doesn't like. I want to use the words "who cares" on that card. like what's the second ability? Who cares? It's a 0 high block on a foundation. That's what we would use that for.
This is commit for +2 speed.
Cool. Also not that great. But no, I could see it happening. I just believe. I could see it happening, and then I'd be very disappointed because I believe in the design team more than that.
Oh, I definitely believe in the design team.
Yeah, I'm not saying like I think they can design cards well. I'm not saying that they can't. I'm saying that because it has to support, like I said, it has to support this format for X amount of years.
Yep.
They have to start low and build high.
But what I'm saying is like if you, okay, I agree with your prediction. I think that is a fine prediction. I'm not gonna argue just to argue.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
I get it. My next one. I will now proceed to break James Stevens' heart.
Oh, I know it's coming.
There is no Red Horizon set in the in 2020. Red Horizon is no longer going to be printed. If it is, it will be DLC exclusive.
And I'm fine with that.
Um,
Fine with that.
But I think there is too much going on. I think you've paid too much money into Yu Yu Hakusho, saying that set's going to be next. We have to have 2 My Hero sets coming out, and we'll dovetail this on We'll dovetail this into like a fake prediction because there is going to be 4 sets. They are not going to slip on those numbers.
I think there's going to be 3. That's
There
actually
are
one of mine.
4 sets coming out this year.
We're about to hit February, and they haven't said when My Hero's coming out.
There are 4 sets coming out this year.
I'm betting on 3.
4.
3.
It's going to be. There's no room for it. There's just not room. Maybe 2021.
If like
Maybe
if they're trying to
2021.
save money this year, like doing My Hero, if like they like my prediction's 3 sets. It's like if they're trying to save money, My Hero, Red Horizon, My Hero.
Well, the way that you don't save money by not printing sets.
They are. What I'm saying is they're saving money by not buying or having to spend money to use another
Buying another license.
IP.
Okay.
So they're using their in-house one and creating a Red Horizon set.
Sure. So you think there will be a Red Horizon set?
Oh no, God no, I don't think so.
All right.
Man, do I want there to be? But God, do I-
Yeah, I want that, but like,
DLC. I'm thinking DLC second half.
that's what I think as well.
I messaged fam and said because I was talking, I realized Eva is leaving with the release
Yes.
of the set after My Hero, whenever
Correct.
My Hero comes out, obviously. And I realized so Eva's gonna be gone. So I sent a message to fam and it was just like Eva leaves after the next set after My Hero, right? And then he said yes, and I went, "You're gonna fix that problem, right?" Like
Just calling in the favors. I love it. That's
we're
so
fixing
funny.
that problem, right?
That's funny.
I can't. Well, I know I haven't played Eva in a hot minute.
Ever. I don't think you've ever played that character.
I'll beat your ass for that character right now.
You won't.
I will.
You need the Dark Ones support.
Don't need
Anywho,
it. Don't need it.
James, what's your last prediction? Or what's your thoughts? Do you care about Red Horizon at all?
I'd like to see it back, but whatever.
I figured out how you do it.
Okay.
You make it a small, like honestly, like 40 card set, and it's.
I hate you. Stop talking.
It's exclusive. It's exclusively reprints. It's exclusively
hate you.
reprints
Stop talking.
for old cards.
Trash.
Whether it be things that they think would like fix the power level inside of the game.
Trash.
Yeah.
All you're trying to print is trash.
Well, so like we need revoke back, right? Because as soon as that's a card that's going to have to be in the game forever.
They'll reprint it.
So like it goes in this My Hero or this Red Horizon set. We need Templar back for some reason.
I think
it's going to be in there.
DLC.
But like the thing is the DLC is only 3 cards: character, attack, foundation. That's what they've
It
said.
doesn't have to be. Have they actually said that?
Yes.
Ooh, I'm down.
A character, attack, foundation. So that means that we get a 40 card set where they can look back not just inside of this, like how they in Platinum they reprinted Big Cyclone. That was not a Jasco era card. That was a very old card. They could look all the way back and see a random card. Like, could you imagine Chasm Buster coming back?
Chasm.
Like that's what I'm. That's what I'm saying.
Back?
That's what I'm saying, right? So like, let's
stay in the backwards. Like,
let's take and look all the way back in the printing of all of these old cards and these 40 cards. Let's give them a new face, a new fresh look.
Let's talk about this then.
With the Red Horizon set. Could this be its own topic?
No.
Is it still on?
It's still on this.
All right.
Red Horizon could come out this year.
Okay.
How strongly do you believe that there will be a Red Horizon DLC this year? How strongly do you believe that?
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah.
A 4.
A 4?
A 4.
That's
A 4 out of 10.
This is not as high as I wish it was.
So like let's
think
about it, right?
Yeah.
We have all of these IPs that we have more characters to look at, and we have already seen with the DLCs that the entire new Soul Calibur DLC are all reprint. 2 dots.
Yeah.
So it's super possible.
The only thing I don't like about them
to make something bigger and better is let's give them.
So if they printed the Red Horizon DLC, when would it rotate?
They'd have to make a new watermark.
Or release a Red Horizon set.
Okay. Then at that point, I don't think DLC is coming out.
That's why I was like, that's not as high as I want.
Now you can both, Jim.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
That's why I was like, man, that's not as high as I wish it was.
Jeff, hold on. Did you?
No,
I
you
just
stole his. He was gonna. I think it's.
I'm at
James'
4.
turn.
I've done 4. Have you guys done?
I've
3.
technically done 4, but I bounced mine off yours because you said there's gonna be 4 this year, and I went, there's only gonna be 3.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, there's gonna be 4 sets this year.
Really?
There's only gonna be 3.
Really?
What? Yeah, I definitely wrote that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
Do you have a 5th one that you could, or 6th one that you can maybe substitute
I
in?
mean, not right now.
I do. I still have a couple.
I also do. I wrote down 8 predictions, and I've got a
I don't
9th,
really. Well,
and I've got a 9th. Bringing it in.
oh jeez.
Yeah, I'm passionate about the game. All right, no dead air. Talk to me.
They're not gonna let us know what the next set is after MHA until like a month before it's supposed to come out.
So, everything normal on the Jasco front.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
We're gonna find out what the set is on the day where we're supposed to like pre-release it. Not pre-release it, but like pre-order it. Kind of the same way they're about to do it with MHA when we go to Worlds in a couple of weeks.
I don't know. I actually think that's kind of exciting. Like that's like one of the main reasons I want to go to Worlds so bad is because like I
I'm
want
fine with them announcing
they're
things.
they're going to drop a bunch of dates and I want to be hot on the press being like doing my reporting stuff and
So
like
the problem
clicking it out.
I don't have a problem with them going, hey, we have some cool stuff to show you. Here's our release dates for set after MHA, set after this. Here's the set and date for the thing after MHA, and here's what the set is after the set after this or whatever. But we don't have a date for that one yet, but here's the date for this one.
Yeah.
What I have a problem with is we're going to go to Worlds this year, and they're going to go, okay, guys, remember by Monday you have to order all your MHA stuff and pre-order it, and then it comes out this day, and they tell us at the event is My Hero comes out in like 3 weeks. Get your pre-orders in right now, and then they go. And then they go. We go down an entire like three months, and they go, "Cool guys, in 3 weeks we're coming out with a new set. Make sure to pre-order it." And they're not telling us ahead of time. They're just telling us when they're ready to do it. There's no backup time. They're constantly playing in the 9th inning and never playing in the 1st inning.
Okay.
They're always leaving us in a bad spot as consumers and players. It's
fair.
cool and fun and like, oh my God, new My Hero stuff, new information. We're only that way because we've been, they've withheld it so much that we need it. We're addicted. We're addicted to that information that they haven't given us. We've been deprived of it.
Before we move on, here's a word from our sponsors. Ads right here. So our first sponsor for the show is Cards Custom Build. My dad, my family, my last name is Cardwell, has taken and they make really awesome cosplay and props and such. So there's a bunch of pictures on the screen. Thank you, Tyler, of the awesome cosplays that he's done of me in as Woody and him as Buzz Lightyear, and he's made a Han Solo and Carbonite replica. He's made a life-size R2-D2. He's been in papers and he does charities, and he wants to take and spread stuff to the cosplay community. So if you go out to facebook.com/cardscustombuild or see the Etsy link down in the description down below, and you mention that you are from TCG University or you know me, Tamara Cardwell, you can get 5% off your entire order. And he doesn't just do big, huge cosplays. He also does a bunch of little baby small props as well. I know for one time for my birthday, I got all 12 of the Jackie Chan Adventures talismans. So he puts in special requests. Just hit him up. Once again, that's facebook.com/cardscustombuild or the Etsy link for Cards Custom Build down in the description down below. Our second sponsor is Inked Gaming. If you are serious about any sort of gaming, you know that gaming has to have accessories, from playmats to dice to bags to mat holders and so on and so forth. Inked Gaming is where you can take and get all of your custom gear, whether it be our logo or yours, whatever you want, they can take and put it on. Some of the best quality mats that I've done, I've ordered mats from all over the internet, and I gotta say, Inked Gaming so far has been my absolute favorite. They've got really nice stitch embroidered edges. The mats are not ultra thick, but they don't feel thin and cheap either. Inked Gaming has got some really quality stuff. So if at your checkout you type in the promo code TCG University, you'll get a discount at your checkout. I would love to see on our social media all the cool stuff that you get from Inked Gaming using our promo code. That would be rad. And then our last sponsor of the night is the TCGU bookstore. We have unlocked a new thing here in 2020 where we are doing merchandise. Yes, merchandise, where we can take and, thanks to threadless.com, we can take and put a singular logo, and you can order it on a bunch of different items, from coffee cups or coffee mugs to shirts to, we can even make leggings. There's some special order stuff that you can do if you request it. Currently we have two logos. We have our classic TCGU logo, as well as a hashtag James Sucks logo. You can just put on a bunch of different stuff. We're gonna have more pictures, more merchandise coming here in the future. But for now, if you're seeing this live on YouTube, we have the first 2 weeks that it's up, free shipping for you. So once again, that's threadless.com. All of these links are in the description down below. Let's go back to the podcast. All right. We each hit 4 now?
Huh?
We each hit 4? Or was that your fifth?
That was my 5th.
Okay. All right. Here's the big shakeup. Here's the spicy one.
Okay.
In 2020, there will
TCGU closes.
there will be a new mechanic inside of the UniVersus system that will vastly change how we play the game. And I don't mean like Gauge, how Gauge is a pseudo attempt, and I
mean like mechanic,
like almost to the point like I could see something as big as introducing an additional card type. I think there will be a very large shakeup to the game inside of 2020 with UniVersus. We've already seen the startings of them wanting to play around and joke around. My apologies. Terrible word choice. Play around and mess around and test the waters with a combo response. I did have on here written originally keyword, and I crossed that bitch out and I typed in mechanic, or I wrote down mechanic, because like I want to see a big.
So I'm gonna spin off of that.
Do you think that's possible?
It's a possibility because of the idea that popped into my head.
What's the likelihood, Jeff?
I'm into it, dude.
Yeah.
So you ready for the idea that popped into my head?
I would love to hear.
Plus ultra attacks.
Okay.
So when you play the attack, if you discard a copy of that attack, you could do the plus ultra stuff on it. So you get like it doubles its stats, has a plus ultra ability, kind of like Deadlock Desperation, but it only works if you have a second copy of it that you can get rid of. So you double down on the card.
Man. Okay, that's I'm loving the name of Plus Ultra. Although I'm not positive that, like, let's say we have a Yu Yu Hakusho card.
Yeah,
I'm not sure we can have the words Plus Ultra printed
like
on
at that point that would be more of like a the idea was more like
for the My Hero exclusive
idea. But like if you like the card would be called like Plus Ultra on it, but like you could always just have that type of ability be something else. Like you can always have it be like we can't use the EX because that's a Street Fighter. That was a Street Fighter thing.
Yeah.
For like their thing, but like I guess that works all the way across all the games too. That's a weird functionality I never thought of till just now.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
They got away with that.
Well, so it's not. It's just like EX is.
Like EX is the Street Fighter thing, right? EX is the
I'm not sure
the moveset in Street Fighter.
I'm not positive it's exclusive to Street
Street Fighter?
Fighter. I think there might be some other games that have this EX or extra. It's just spending a bar to do a thing.
It's,
like that's
it's
what
spinning
it is.
more bars to do more things. Yeah, it's doubling down.
That's what I said.
It's also like Plus Ultra.
Yeah. Yes. And so an EX move doesn't just increase its speed, but that's just the keyword that we gave it,
Yeah.
right?
Because
like,
powerful already existed, multiple already existed.
I could totally see plus being a thing. Like maybe
because like the way I'm referencing is this, like they put a bunch of Red Horizon characters into the Exceed game, right?
Yep.
And I believe there's a functionality the same way inside that game as well, where you can discard two of the same cards to do cooler things.
Okay.
Which is kind of where the idea popped immediately in my head. I was also thinking of like Final Fantasy has the same thing, whereas you can discard a card with the same name to do its like certain ability on the card.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. We've got a dude named Danny in the chat who said that sounds bad. What about Mill 10 to Plus Ultra? I'm not in love with Mill 10, but I'm down to remove 10 to Plus Ultra to make something big. But
I
then you
don't think removing 10 is a cost.
remove 10 cards on top of your deck,
No.
and you think Mill 10 is?
No, I don't think.
Oh,
either
okay,
of
yeah.
those.
It's like,
Yeah, I don't think either of those are costs because you can mess with that any way you want. Like
you can't mess with the remove game pile. There's so few cards that can.
I get it,
Yeah.
but removing's not a cost. Removing's not a real cost.
Different topic, different day.
Like the Dark One removes and gets stats for removing things.
Yeah.
It's not really a cost for him.
Yeah, Wii Plus Ultra's really well.
Yeah, so does Eva. Ken.
Yeah.
You can build any deck to just do it. Removing is not a cost. It's just a functionality of the game.
We don't have to hear and debate this idea. But we have to talk about is it going to happen?
Right.
I want to debate.
Do you think it's going to happen? Do you think a big mechanic shakeup happens?
Yeah, because your game's not, or our game's not using enough colors.
Yeah.
Ooh, we need more colors.
Yeah, dude. You're only using like 4 colors. That's not enough.
5. If you want to count the
Blue,
characters as a color.
Characters are
not a color, no.
Oh.
characters. I think are neutral.
All right, never mind. You call them white? The characters are white? Interesting. From Samantha Stevens in the background. It isn't a cost.
Explains
until it
a
is.
lot about Jackie.
Fair enough. That's a great way to put it. It isn't a cost until it is.
Yeah, but if you make it,
We could just let him have the last word.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
that's
It's
smart.
totally possible to let.
This sounds like a
Alright, cool.
This sounds like a topic for a future blocking. So
A card that's built for blocking.
yeah,
I mean, like every.
no, we have really good blocks, but like specifically, its whole job is the block.
like it just doesn't do anything.
Doesn't that just slows down the
the game?
stream died? Keep talking. I will take care of this.
It's back.
I mean, yeah, it could. Maybe you can only play like 1 or 2 in your deck, and then yeah, just it helps you stay alive. I don't know, just a few ideas.
What if they're like a mixture of like all 3 of our ideas? They're a new color. They were like a plus ultra idea, and then I'm gonna take something from Dragon Ball where they're the ultimates. You're allowed the 1. It's a really, really good card, but it's only the 1 in the deck. When it's gone, it's gone.
So to keep on the speculation train, do you think it would be something like the Ultimates where they are secret rares, where it's like one in every case or whatever?
Man, I hope not, because I hated that. I hated that for Ken. I hated that for Cammy.
Yeah.
How was it in Pokemon?
Pokemon?
When they had what were they
Pokemon's
called?
not as bad.
What were they called? I don't remember what they were called.
There's a bunch. There's secret rares.
Well,
No, the one where you could only have one in your deck. What were they called?
Oh, no.
No, they're like
Well,
it was like 2 or 3 formats.
Well, the thing about that
they're,
is-
Prism.
Yeah, that was the most recent one, I think.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
don't they have like smaller printings, like more recent? Not recent.
Short prints.
They're short printed, but they're not like one in a case, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then you also have the secret rare to go with it.
I think secret rares are a terrible idea. It's to me that's just cash grab. It also limits the game of your players. Like it is.
Yeah.
Because you end up with something like Dragon Ball right now, where
like computer search. Exactly, yeah. Yep.
where Victory Strike is like $300
Mm-hmm.
and just wins games because that's actually just what it does. This is a wins game.
But once again, when you put a real value to something, it like you get something out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have no problem with being like short printed and like taking a higher spot. I have no problem with that. I have a problem with it being a one in like a case, maybe.
Yeah.
Like Cammy wasn't like one in a case. It was like one in like 2 cases, 1 in 3.
Yeah.
Like you had to search for it. I think they lowered that for Ken. I think Ken was like 1 in like 1.5 cases. But like you had to really search for it. It wasn't just like I could buy a case and know I get this one of. It's you buy a case and hope you get this one of. Or you have to buy another case and hope you get the one of again.
That's cool. That's cool. All right, one more and we'll wrap it up.
I think there's gonna be a lot more hate for the tournament staff.
More hate for the tournament staff.
I think the hate for the tournament staff is gonna grow this year.
What do you mean the tournament staff?
Negative.
That's so negative.
I told you my entire list was pretty negative.
We appreciate
Well,
it.
I mean,
We love it.
All right.
So okay, so after nationals,
Talk it out.
after nationals, everybody,
I can't. I'm an asshole.
you don't even need to talk to me because I just did that. After nationals, everyone, from what my perspective, because we obviously didn't make it. Hashtag Beanie Boys or Boonie Boys. Beanie Boys was before the Boonie Boys. Don't worry.
James is a part of both. He can't keep it straight.
Yeah, it's really hard. I was part of the Beanie Boys back in 2016 when this podcast started, and now I'm part of the Boonie Boys when this podcast inevitably ends.
I'm up here representing. I don't know about you, man. I'm up here. We in it.
I'm hot, and you guys are.
How are you hot?
You're telling
Oh
me.
my god.
This is not UniVersus related. Please continue.
Okay, so hashtag Boonie Boys. Trying to get back on my thought. So like after nationals, you made me lose it. After nationals, from what I could tell, there was a lot of hate for the tournament staff. They didn't seem like they wanted to be there. They didn't know what their rulings were. They weren't really helpful at all. From what I heard. From what I know of like tournament staff for like other card games, I don't see that getting better. The reason Jasco's staff was always good for the card game was because they cared. They played the game. They enjoyed the game. They enjoyed hanging out with players. They enjoyed everything about this game. You had JT, you have Ryan Pham, you had Luke, you had Shane, you had
Jason.
Jason. I was trying to name everybody else before I got to Jason.
Yeah.
And you had people like AJ Murray. You had all these people. Sean Kennedy.
What a trip down memory lane, huh?
Yeah, I know, right? So you had all these people that really loved the game, played the game.
You had Samantha Stevens. She cared about the game. She also worked at Jasco Games for a bit. Big shout out to Samantha Stevens.
Yep. Audience right here.
almost forgot. That'd have been so embarrassing.
She forgot over too.
She looked right at me.
And she didn't even realize it. Yeah. She was just looking over. But you had all these people that really enjoyed the game, played the game, and really enjoyed hanging out with the people. And then Jasco this year brought in the people from Dragon Ball. They don't play this game. They've been trying to figure out how to make the rules better and more understandable, which is great. But they still don't know all of the rules themselves yet. They're still learning. They're at the same level as everybody else. They've only taken the white belt test. I don't even think Ryan Pham's gotten the chance to take everything else yet. Ryan Pham's on our same level, guys. We're as smart as Pham. Yeah.
I can't high five that. I can't.
It's okay.
I know it's not
it's not true.
Yeah.
So like they have all these people coming in that are like working and they're part of the tournament staff. They're part of like the organized play and whatnot. And like they don't know the game. They don't know the players. And they don't know the rules of the game and they don't play it. Why would they be invested in wanting to get any of that? Where do they fix?
Are you talking like specifically just Worlds?
Yes, because like the only people.
I think I could agree with you with just for Worlds because
I think it was like nationals.
The Sensei program is so new that like they're not gonna have enough chance to like implement it.
Yeah.
But I think by nationals it should be fine, and people that want to be judges are going to be judges at nationals.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking more of like the people they had like at the organized that was their organized play leaders, organized play leaders for like at nationals. Like Fam can't obviously run everything by himself, so he had his like the backup and like the people who was trying to help figure out the game and whatnot. And like those people got a lot of hate because of how Jasco normally runs tournaments, whereas Jason's always running around doing something else because he's always running business while everybody else runs the tournament.
Was like, that so curious? Was that did they do it just out of their like, man, I'm here for you. I'm just trying to help out, or does Jason?
I'm pretty sure they're getting paid for that. I'm pretty sure they're getting
compensation of some sort.
I think they're getting paid just like regular money for being an employee at that point. Is what I'm thinking.
Because I know that's
I don't know.
That's what sold me on being a judge in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is you're given a box of the most recent set. So
and like Dragon Ball, you get like judge promos and all that, and that's pretty cool too.
You get there's also like judge mats. The judge programs are pretty good at Yu-Gi-Oh! So
they're also pretty good for Dragon Ball. So like they have like judge programs for UFS. I'm done.
Yeah, it's called the Sensei program.
I'm gonna take that test on nationals, Worlds. Don't worry.
I can see the hate continuing, but I don't see. So the hate came from these people who were, by secondhand accounts. Please take this with a grain of salt, everybody at home. Not interested or invested into the game, and they got a fuck ton of backlash. I can totally see the hate happening if they don't correct it, right? If they have not learned to play the game. Like, I would love to see the judges all sit down, the people who are all judging the tournament, and they went to nationals having been very green, and everybody kind of shit on them. Once again, I wasn't there. I can't say it face to face. I trust the people in the community, but at the same time, as an optimist, I have to be like, is there something? Is the salt mines getting the best of us? Right? Are we not smelling our own bullshit? Did these guys, on a scale of 1 to 10, did they actually try a 2, or did they try a 5 but it looked like a 2? Right? Were they so nervous? Were they so scared? Were they so scared? Were we expecting an 8
and saw it as a 2?
Correct.
Yeah.
Like there's. If they hit we
put bars really high.
If they put a second major in a row where people are dissatisfied with the people at the
running the event,
the physical people there, yeah, maybe we should not. I don't even necessarily think get rid of them, right? But maybe we should
try to fix the problem.
Put them in. You are back of the house people. You are not meant to be on the tournament floor. Make the tournament, the Sensei program work, so that you don't have to be senseis because people are not digging your face.
Right. So here's where I might be confused. Like maybe it's just because you haven't had a sensei program before now, but like it again, Yu-Gi-Oh. Anyway, it's ran by people that enjoy the game
for sure.
Like
until nationals, that's what it was. You had the people who ran the event were like Ryan Pham, Luke, and all them, and they play the game, enjoy the game, make the game.
Yeah. So maybe that's why they've implemented this. I mean, maybe it's been in the pipeline for a while, but maybe they kind of had that feeling at nationals. They're like, we need to get other people involved, because like what it would be is there'd be. No, I don't think so. I think that like maybe the tournament organizer would be there, but like the head judge and like the rest of the judges would be from the program. Like none of the you'd have people from the organized play team there, but they wouldn't be judges.
They'd be like running the event,
Yeah.
making sure that software ran correctly and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
From what I heard, it was just mostly like a mixture of both. They got rulings wrong because they were allowed to judge the event, and they were disinterested. One of the I'm going to reference his Painus' video because I believe he put it in there. It was that scene from Parks and Recs, I believe it is, where he's walking through like the Home Depot and somebody steps up to him and he goes, "I know more than you." It was just like the entire event was like if one of those people showed up, it's just like, can we get fam?
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, I could totally see them
Being green.
And us as salty, shitty UFS players being
we set bars to way
hey,
too high.
they fuck you, man. You're not what I normally want.
Yeah.
And like it's super hard, as everybody knows who's worked in any sort of customer service. It's super hard when somebody says, "Fuck you, I don't want you here," to be like, "Oh no, man, I'll be all smiley and super interested in this thing that you love." Yeah, of course, fuck me. Fuck me. How can I help you? How can I help you? Of course, fuck me.
Who else would you fuck?
Duh.
It's why I'm here.
I mean, I already assumed that.
All right. Any last thing before we close this podcast out? This is a really fun
Yes.
one.
What, you
I've
want
got-
the last word?
No.
I want the last word.
Oh, I'll have my last fake prediction.
Word.
Ryu from Street Fighter will be a playable, good character. Here he is.
He comes out
Ryu
with-
will return.
He comes out with Summer
3
Heat.
dot. Give me a 3 dot.
Comes out with Summer Heat.
Yep.
Re-release.
Give me a 3 dot. I'm super down. I want a 3 dot. I want Ryu playable. I want to be able to look at somebody and say Ryu, Scorpion, Deku, Siegfried. Is Siegfried the main character of Soul Calibur?
No. Is he?
I don't know.
Man, he has a big storyline because he turns into Nightmare.
Right?
And then doesn't become Nightmare because then Inferno.
Chat comments. Let me know. Is Siegfried? Oh, we'll
Who's
take him back off the list.
Who's the main character of Soul Cal? That's what this
Yusuke.
podcast should be really about.
Yusuke, Spike. I want like all
Reese.
these protagonists. I want to be able to say that. I can't look at Ryu with a straight face
say
and
he's
be
playable?
like, "You're playable in our game," because he's not.
He's way too slow.
And he just got a cool card. Anywho, James, you have a word before Jeff closes us out?
Buy our shit. Buy our merch. I'll always chill out.
Buy our merch.
Buy our
fair.
merch.
That's fair.
This is topic related, just to let you know. But
Your last
Yeah.
word? Oh, okay.
In 2020, people will buy the merch.
That's what we're hoping.
Hey.
That's the 2020
All right,
predictions.
you ready for this?
Yep.
This is some spiciness. All right.
Hit me with the spice.
I'm laying down a challenge to TCG UniVersus.
How dare you?
We're going.
As Tyler
You
walks
challenge
in the door.
me?
It's actually perfect timing.
You challenge us.
Some form of TCG Universities is obviously going to nationals. We're winning teams.
I'm down.
We are winning teams.
That's a bold prediction, and I like it, Cotton.
Put in the books.
It's in the books. We'll go win
there.
teams. Tyler, do you agree? Disagree?
Hey, we got a
That's a
year.
nice- that's a nice
year
iffy shrug.
Asterisk to prepare. So
I don't know.
Well, there's only 3 of us going, so I think you have to be.
No, I did not say worlds. I said nationals.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about worlds. Okay.
We don't have enough time to prepare for that.
No, we're winning worlds too. Don't worry. We're doubling. We're doubling down.
Growing out of that event.
We're doubling
Why are we
down.
even bothering?
We're doubling down. Don't worry.
All right, I think I'm going to close it out here. Thank you very much, everybody who stuck around for our 2020 predictions. Once again, we have no idea what's happening. This is just all a fun
Yeah, we're always
experiment
clueless, don't
of
worry.
what is happening inside of this game that we absolutely love and care about. So, if you like the show, please go to patreon.com/TCG University. Sub out there at the $1 level. You can see the whole thing live. And my very last plug, please, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play. Go out there, 5-star, as many, make a bunch of bot accounts, leave us reviews. That would be super awesome. And stick around for the post show. Everybody
tell
out.
a friend. Tell your mom.
Tell your mom.
Tell your mom.
Stay learned.
Gillert.
Ben Lang.
We'll see you guys.
See ya.